Hello, friends. Uh, I think there's going to be a lot of noises today as it's a Sunday and children are playing outside, which is good, I suppose. It's better than being inside continuously online or on technology. It's why I purchased this little microphone. I don't know whether it's going to work, but I plugged it into the iPhone and I've popped it on this unironed shirt. So we'll see. We'll see if the sound quality is any better, and maybe my booming voice will be too much for the dulcet and gentle goblet of capturing sounds. I just want to firstly say, actually, I didn't realize how many people would comment or feel similar things as I am and was feeling, and the support's been very incredible and just very helpful. And I almost feel bad for, I don't mean downplaying my problem with alcohol, but I suppose I've been the Lord's been generous enough not to put me in severely bad positions with alcohol and not being able to, I don't know what I'm saying, not being able to come off it because I'm 6 days now sober. And as with all things I do, once I engage with something positive, the first couple of days or the first couple of hours are very thrilling because you feel better or unshackled or untethered, unpinioned. There's another word. Someone got me on my privy to the conversation last time. I'm rambling now. And there's another word now that I love, but I can't remember. Fettered, unfettered. Now you don't need to comment in the comments, but please still do because I enjoy. I do read every comment, even I try to reply to every comment, but maybe maybe I won't. I can't reply to all of them. But it's got to day 6, and I kind of wanted to do these videos just to talk, to see where I'm at really, and understand where I'm with the alcohol relationship. And I was speaking to my friend the other day, and it's pathetic, but it almost feels like I'm mourning for alcohol, like I'm grieving the loss of it. Like a friend in comfort, I feel like it's gone away. And last night I was at my desk, as I always invariably am, and I was just thinking, this would be a lot better if I could just have my trusty bottle of wines there, knowing that progressively after an hour or 2 hours I'd be in perfect oblivion and nothing would matter anymore for that evening, and then I'd wake again. And I think the terrifying thing is, without alcohol, I feel boring and bored. And it comes back to that thing of, I can't remember who told me, or if it's a saying in society, but if you're bored, then you're a boring person, because interesting people find things to do. And I was saying on a different video, I don't know what to do. And I thought it would be, I don't really want to talk about my personal circumstances, but I suppose I have to. I suppose this is the nature of this. So I'll just give a bit of background to where I am and who I am. Maybe. Why not? I grew up and grown up in Manchester, a town outside of Manchester. I say I'm Mancunian, but I'm not really Mancunian. I wish I was, because it's cooler, I suppose. But it's just easy to say Manchester. I went to school, a normal primary school, a Church of England school, and then I went to secondary school, a normal secondary school, and I started learning the piano at the age of 8. I don't know why, I was just interested, because in the Church of England school we'd always have assemblies and there's always one teacher who could play the piano and we'd sing along to the hymns, and I thought, oh, I'd like to do that. And I did that all alongside being at school, and then I got a scholarship to a boarding school when I was 16, and I was doing music, and I liked acting, and I went to music college afterwards at 19, and I dropped out, and I wanted to be an actor, so I tried to do that, and I got a little bit far, I got a good agent, and then I stopped for about 6 years. And I recently got back into it 2 or 3 years ago, and it's been okay. I mean, I've had more money, which is not a lot, which I'm grateful for, but I've had a couple of great opportunities that have given me money that I've been able to lead a sedentary lifestyle for a while, and any normal person would have had a job. I have had a couple of jobs to go along. Essentially, what I'm trying to say to you is that I've gone down the road of creative arts, and I'm, as a person, not very driven. Maybe a couple of times in my life I have been driven, which has given me opportunity to go along to these things and get into these things. But in general, I'm not particularly skilled or adept at making connections or climbing the greasy ladder, because I speak my mind too much. And when I don't like something, I usually tell someone, which I found out is not maybe it's the honourable thing to do, but it's not necessarily the smartest thing to do in the arts, the artistic industries. And what I'm trying to say is that without alcohol, I don't particularly have a purpose. And I know that sounds wild, but that's how it feels. Because I wake up and I go, what the hell am I doing? What have I done? I don't have any skill. I can't particularly go into construction because I'm a weak man. I don't have any skills of construction or practical skills, really. I don't know how to change a tire or anything. If you put me on a desert island tomorrow, I'd be dead within 2 hours. I'd probably end up eating my own legs out of desperation for food in probably the first half an hour. It wouldn't be like Castaway. I wouldn't have the people that you find washed up on the beach, I'd probably eat and keep their corpses as friends instead of that innocent ball. And it's immediately when I got toothache, I wouldn't be brave and get it out myself with a stone. I'd probably drown myself in the ocean or just moan about it continuously. I'm just struggling because I don't know what to do with myself. And it feels like I'm wasting time and I'm wasting my life. And inaction is just breeding more inaction. And I know that sometimes you have to do actions to become interested or passionate in something, but I sometimes do that and then get very disappointed in the outcome and then go back to square one in my room playing games, pissing about, waiting for opportunities to come to me. And sometimes they do. Sometimes people are gracious enough to throw me some delicious bones, like the podcast I do every Friday. Unbelievably grateful for that. But apart from that, my life and my wants are quite minimal, and it makes trying to be sober, being sober, should I say, difficult because I lack purpose. My friend's mother died last year. She, from the outside perspective, had everything: money, children, a lot of money. But obviously, it's naive to think money solves anything. But she lacked any kind of purpose, according to my friend, her son. And she was a lovely one. She just drank herself to death because she didn't know what to do. She didn't feel like she had anything to do. And I'm not terrified of that happening to me, but I'm almost indifferent to that happening to me because I've accepted that it's going to happen to me, but not with drink. Just I feel like I'm just wasting my life and my time, and I know that I'm going to wake up when I'm 70, if I'm lucky, and go, what the fuck have I done? What have I been doing? And I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And thank you, possibly, if anyone comments after this with suggestions of what to do. But I find myself sitting in places and just kind of being overwhelmed with the expanse of a blank future. But it's not all bad. I'm 6 days sober now, and I know tiny reasons of why I want to remain sober, because it's awful being under that spell and under that chasm of just inertia and sickness and slothfulness. I don't want that. But this is just stark. This is very stark. And I've been eating a hell of a lot. I've been getting takeaways every day. And obviously, yes, I know that's probably going to make me feel terrible, obviously. But I've given myself a tiny bit of slack in this grace period that I can eat shit whilst I'm coming out of the worst of it. I've missed loads of hairs on my head with my shaver. Yes, day 6, nearly a week. If anything, if I'm not doing it for me, I'll do it for people in the comments and the subscribers that I've been getting. Which is, thank you very much for subscribing. It's very touching and lovely, and I've enjoyed all the comments. They're very good. And I'll be streaming, which is terrifying, on Tuesday, and then I'll be going on a little pilgrimage walk in Herefordshire around the churches, which I'll document. Why not? I'll document on the 23rd. So maybe I'll have some kind of divine intervention, and I'll go into Catholic, fundamentalism. Maybe that will be my goal. And then I can come back in a week's time and go, look, I'm a Catholic fundamentalist now. And that was my purpose all along. Maybe that's the answer. And not fried chicken every day.